All right, the biggest concern this morning, of course, is travel, what the roads will look like. Of course, overnight, a lot of reports of some crashes and some slide-offs along Interstate 49.
Well, to check on those conditions for your morning commute, Chief Meteorologist Matt Sandridge and Stephen Elmore are out on the roads.
That's right. They're out in our storm chaser in Taneytown. Good morning, guys.
Hey, good morning. We're taking a look at roads, and the main roads are doing really well. They're wet. There's still a little bit of slush. You can see the banks of snow here on the side. So we're in Springdale. We're going along Highway 412. We're going from Taneytown right back towards I-49. We picked up about 4 inches or so, sometimes even a little bit more as you look off towards the side, but the roads are doing fine. Now, you look at the median, though. Maybe you're trying to make a turn at your gas station or your favorite coffee shop this morning. There is snow in the middle there, so keep that in mind. It can get a little bit slick. It's when you get on these side roads that sometimes may have not been touched as much, and maybe not as many tire tracks, so you don't have the heat from that. That's where we still have a lot of snow on the ground still passable, but you just got to take it slower, else you slide around a little bit. Now, Steven, you feel the car, you feel the tire tracks, you feel the tread. What's it been like?
Like you mentioned, like it's the crews have cleared up the main roads really well overnight and heading into this morning. So if you are making that commute, it's not that bad once you get on the main road. Like you said, though, once you have to make that turn off to a side road, that's when those are becoming secondary right now, and you're going to run into some of that slush. Now, initially, as you hit that slush, you're going to start to feel that drag. That's when you have to start to be careful, make sure those tires aren't slipping. Zach's been saying it all morning. If your tires can avoid that slush, you're in the clear. But even right here, we're still on 412, and now we're starting to see some spots where we're seeing some of that snow starting to melt again, and it's becoming wet again. So that slush is creeping back on into the roads. That's why these crews are going to have to repeatedly go over these spots over and over again all throughout the rest of the day today.
And Stephen, we were just talking with a police officer a moment ago, a Springdale police officer. He was checking up on us while we were at Harbor, and he said they've got some power lines down in Springdale that crews are working on to try to restore power. I mean, it's beautiful. You look at these trees. Wow, they're gorgeous. That wet snow just stuck to them, like Zach's been talking about all morning. But that weight has really just kind of put a drag on some of the trees. Sometimes they're interfering with those power lines. So we'll continue to watch traffic conditions throughout the morning. We're going to send it back into you guys.
All right, well, thanks for that, Matt and Steven. And this is actually a live look in Bacola right now from our Choctaw camera. You can see, it looks like a snow globe there.
It's beautiful, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Waking up to that this morning, and not as much traffic, of course, down there as in Northwest Arkansas.
I was even looking at the busiest place. I think I've looked at all the tower cams every morning, is when we're at Walton Boulevard, RDOT, looking south towards Pinnacle Hills. That part of I-49 just gets so congested.
Yes.
It looks like it does usually around 4 a.m., 4:30. Not many people having to go in today, so I think a lot of people getting to enjoy a little snow day for us. Wet and slushy roads, especially this morning. RDOT's going to continue to clear up the secondary highways and get the slush off the road. They have done an outstanding job overnight. Still some slushy spots on those side roads and in the parking lots, walking around, especially in the neighborhoods, less traveled areas overnight. Lingering flurries, mainly northwest Arkansas, going to be cloudy. Breezy force, gusts near 20 miles per hour, highs mostly 30s, near 40. And then again, we're watching now. We will have a lot of melting today, right? With temperatures, even without not seeing as much sunshine, a lot of water is going to be around, and that will have a high chance of refreezing. Temperatures right now forecast to get into the 20s, even some teens possible in northwest Arkansas. Yeah. So we could be dealing with the freeze. RDOT's told us, though, they're not going to just move on. They're going to stick around and make sure they try to help us out for tomorrow morning, too.
Yeah, absolutely. And the National Guard being pulled in as well to help Arkansas State Police with any motorists that get stranded with this refreeze. So.
Yeah, and you may see a lot of abandoned cars scattered around northwest Arkansas and the River Valley from yesterday evening, overnight, kind of some spin outs, cars on the sides.
Definitely thankful for all those crews.